Hello and welcome to another episode of the MBH Show. I'm Matthew and this is my show. So today we are going to do a little bit of wine tasting. This wasn't actually on sale, but it is from Costco. It is St. Francis Old Vines Zinfandel from Sonoma County. So it's 2019, as you can see right there. And you can see right there. That's all you need to do is see that. So before we get started, I'm going to give you a little bit of information about what Old Vines Zinfandel means. So it's kind of an interesting thing, and then we're going to have a trivia question, and I'll give you the answer at the very end of everything. Just to let you know, on the menu is some deconstructed carne asada, so it's not going to be fully carne asada, but it's going to be the meat and all the necessary things to pair well with the wine. So stay tuned for all that. But the interesting thing is old vines in winemaking isn't strictly defined by age alone. So old vines, you think the older, the better, and that's the way it's defined. While it generally implies older vines, the real secret lies in the resilience and character these vines develop over time. So it's really the taste of what it is and what it produces. So you can have old and bad, you can have young and good, but old vines generally are older, but it really is the taste and how they've developed. So in the case of a 2019 Old Vines Zinfandel, such as this, some vines are more than a century old, planted on St. George rootstock. That's interesting to me. And are head pruned and dry farmed. The intriguing part of is that these historic vines, through years of adversity and adapting to their environment, produce grapes with an unparalleled depth of flavor. So they're struggling. In fact, it says their struggle for nutrients and water, combined with the wisdom gained from the weathering countless season, imparts a unique and complex personality to the wine. So old vine, so it's like the stress and the stress that it goes through creates unique flavors. Season imparts unique, complex personality of the wine. Okay, so it's not just about age, it's about the journey these vines are undertaking, making each bottle a testament to the endurance and artistry of the vineyard. So when you savor that velvety sip of 2019 Old Vines Zinfandel, remember that you're not just tasting the passage of time, but the story of the vine that have weathered the ages to create something truly extraordinary in your glass. Cheers to the hidden tales of the bottle. So I just thought that was interesting, and I would share what Old Vines Zinfandel means. So let's move on. I'm going to give you trivia. I'm going to give you trivia in 5. So, what traditional winemaking technique was employed during the production of our 2019 St. Francis, Sonoma County, California, Zinfandel to enhance its complexity and soften tannins? So you have a choice between A, carbonic maceration. You heard it here. Carbonic maceration. Is it A? Or is it B? Cryo-extraction. Is it C? This is a French word. It's délissage. Or D, flash detente. So those are your choices, A, B, C, or D. So you put in the comments down below if you know it, and if you win, you get the glory of winning. That's about it. So, and if you like, subscribe, comment, and share, I really appreciate it. It really makes a difference. So if you would like to get in contact with me, contact me at thembhshow.com. That's contact me, CONTACTME at thembhshow.com. And that's my email address that you can reach me at for the show. So if you want to recommend wine, if you have a question, I'm not an expert, I'm not a sommelier. As I say, I'm not a sommelier, and I'm not from Somalia. So that's just a stupid joke. Anyway, but I do like to learn. So if you want to teach me or you want me to look something up, I will help do some research. If you want to donate. I can't say that that will be the best thing for you. I can't say that. I can't say that it would be really appreciated. I can't say that to you, that you will be doing a great thing. I can't say that, but I will if you do it. So contact me at thembhshow.com. I'm Matthew, and thank you for being here. Let's continue. Whew. Okay, so at Costco, there's a portion of the website that's called Next. So these are companies that some sell directly in the store, but usually it's web-based. So Costco Next, there's one store there called Rabbit. So I'm just going to go over this real quick. So I bought a bunch of their stuff, and it goes on every once in a while. I'll have like a 3-day super sale. I missed it every time except for one time for buying the decanter. So this strips the top. I forgot the name of what the hell it's called, but that's the cutter. This is the bottle opener, right? So it's pretty. And then down here, as you can see, down here is the decanter, and it has a top that aerates it. So brass, it's nice. And it's on a nice wood base. So this sits over in my wine area. I'm just showing it to you. I'm looking down there. Hello, I'm an idiot. I'm just showing it to you so that you can just see that's where I got it. So that's where I got most of my wine stuff, is through Costco and Costco Next. And this is the Rabbit gear. So like I said, I like the manual one. This one isn't my favorite. This one here is not my favorite, but I do like the decanter, and I do like the cutter. Cutter works very well. So that said, I'm going to now decant. I have the barbecue started. By the time I decant this, I'm going to then walk away, and I will start the meal, and then I'll let this aerate and breathe, and then I'll come back, pour a glass while the meat is rest. Do you really need a play-by-play? Let's just open this. Okay, so I'm going to show you this real quick. That's how quick that works. So this is like the best one I've ever used. So I'm going to pour it into this, but I'll show you why this one isn't my favorite. So if you can even see. Secure it there. And if you can't see this, I'll do some other time. Yeah, see it? It's just already. I don't know. Maybe I'm not doing it right. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. So the good thing is, that's the cork. It kind of came apart, don't like that, right? But again, I need practice with this silly thing. So it's not my favorite. But like I said, the good thing is this has little holes in it. And so any cork that fell in should strain out of it. So let's go ahead and hopefully this is set up right, because this is very cool how it goes through. And I'll do this in the future too, so you can see it. But look how it's such a cool display of gets all bubbly. I always leave a little. I know that can't think of his name, and I really love to watch him. Bon Appetit sommelier, and he uses a flashlight, which I don't have near me, and he'll do that so that he can. I'm doing a lighter, not a lighter. He does a flashlight and shines it under there to see if there's any sediments, and I actually don't see any, so I could probably pour the remaining, or almost the remaining bit. But earlier I was shaking this up like a champagne bottle to, joking, never shake it. Some advice is you let it sit 24 hours vertically. And then all the sediment has time to sit down in it. But I don't always follow that rule, though I should, but I don't have that many bottles that are old and that have sediment in them. I do have a couple that I'm going to save for a while, but anyway, I'm gonna go make sure the fire is going, put the meat on, I'll be back. So check this out. It's cool, right here. Okay, we are back. So I'm not gonna show you exactly what I have made just yet. Instead, I'm gonna focus on the wine. So, good evening and welcome, and thank you for joining me. I have an empty glass right here, and it is going to be filled with this right here. So let me just talk about the wine just a little bit. It's a 2019 St. Francis Old Vines Vineyard with a stellar 90 points from Wine Spectator and the prestigious Best of Glass and double gold medal from Sonoma County Harvest Fair. The wine, right here, promises a remarkable tasting experience. So I don't promise it, the wine promises it. So the 2019 harvest, which commenced on August 30th, unfolded after a growing season that began with record rainfall. If you remember the rainfall, it was it was a bunch of rain, and then it concluded with warm, consistent temperatures throughout the summer. Optimal conditions with minimal heat spikes allowed the vineyard to develop full-flavored fruit, boasting remarkable color and balanced acidity. So I like a little more acidic than middle. That's just the way that I go. But I'm also not a Zinfandel expert. I'm not an expert on any wine, but less so on Zinfandel. Cabs, I've been tasting quite a bit, and now I'm veering off into Zinfandel and Pinots and Malbecs and Merlots and basically any red. The majority of the grapes were handpicked in September with the last harvest in October under warm, breezy days. So it's just interesting on how they do it. So the Old Vine Zinfandel is a tribute to history with grapes sourced from Sonoma Valley, Russian River Valley, Dry Creek Valley, and Alexander Valley. So those are all the valleys in the Napa area, Sonoma area, sorry, and all up in that Northern California area. Many of the vines age between 50 and 100 years, and they were planted on St. George rootstock, head pruned, and dry farmed, resulting in low yields of fruit with highly concentrated, intense flavors and aromas. So, I mean, I'm sold. I mean, the way that this is playing out, sounds pretty good. So I'm going to talk about the winemaker, notes by the winemaker, but first I'm going to go ahead and pour some because it's time. That was lovely. Got to work on that. Okay, so let's pour some in a glass. So I can already see the dark, mature, ruby red. Nice ruby red. And give me 1 second. So I have this, goes right on there like that. See that? So let's see if we can see the tannins. Okay. I'm going to take a sip and then I'm going to continue with the wine maker's notes. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Very nice, actually. So, uncovering the artistry behind the scenes, the grapes undergo a meticulous process starting with gentle destemming and crushing, followed by a 3-day cold soak to extract optimal color and flavor. So, I get it. To build complexity, various yeast strains are introduced during the fermentation in separate lots utilizing pump overs and delistage techniques to soften tannins. The wine then undergoes secondary malolactic fermentation in French oak barrels, aging for 16 months before the final blend and bottling. So there's a key word in that I just read that will answer the trivia question. So if you were paying attention to the trivia question and what I just read, you'll be able to figure out there's one word. And you might just be good enough to know it all by yourself about that. Excuse me. Cheers, everyone, by the way. Bon appetit and cheers. I like it. Okay. So we anticipate a vibrant blend of old vine fruit with juicy raspberry, blackberry preserves, and a hint of dried cranberry. These flavors are perfectly balanced with spicy notes of cinnamon and black pepper. So the black pepper immediately came out to me, and slight cinnamon did too. The berries for me kind of blend together. It's hard for me to distinguish each berry, but I definitely got all the spices and the variety of berries. So, and then it leads to a lengthy finish that hallmark this outstanding Zinfandel. So, I don't disagree. I'm gonna show you the food. I'm gonna change this over, put that over there. So yeah, the cinnamon, the pepper, the cinnamon, and then there's another flavor like a young fruit. It's not 100% ripe. I can't explain it. So as we continue, we're going to enhance the experience with pairing it with the carne asada. So I'm now going to show carne asada. So it's a deconstructed carne asada. That's kind of what I do. So marinated grilled on a bed of butter lettuce with homegrown tomatoes and onions with a little bit of sour cream. So that is what we are going to pair it with. Let me move all this out of the way and continue. Okay, so what I'm hoping is that the robust fruit in the wine and the spices will complement the savory essence of this dish. Hopefully it creates a harmonious marriage of flavors on the palate, but we're going to find out. I'm not going to let you watch me eat the entire time. I'm going to take a bite, I'm going to take a sip, and that's really going to be the end of it. So my impression is this is so far a very pleasant Zinfandel for me. Also, of course, the lettuce and the tomato, or the onions and the meat and the sour cream, all from Costco. I can't help it. I'm there. I might as well. So let me take one more bite since I kind of blew that. Oh yeah, that's very nice. So let's go over the specs real quick and then we'll call it. And then you can reach me at, contact me at thembhshow.com. That's right. And please like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. So the variety is Zinfandel. The vintage is 2019. The appellation is Sonoma County. The rating is 90 points from Wine Spectator. The awards, Best of Glass and Double Gold Medal, Sonoma County Harvest Fair. And in the process, it is cold soaked, multiple yeast strains, fermentation in French oak, and 16 months barrel aging. That being said, get it if you like. Don't. That's fine with me, but I do thank you very much for joining me on this episode. It's been my pleasure, honestly and sincerely. Cheers, and thank you again. Bon appetit. Salud.